How do you feel that it'll affect Draperstown if the library service is removed?
I think it will have a detrimental effect on Draperstown. A library is a community meeting place, I think, as well as a place where people do use books, and obviously they've got computer facilities, which I know maybe not as many as they would like, but to take them away from people is obviously a loss for them. There's no replacement really for a book. It's a great source of knowledge, not just for the thing that you think you want, but for everything else that goes with it.
Well, first of all, I think if the library is removed from the town here, the school children of the area and the older children, or the older people of the area as well, are the people who are going to suffer. We have a poor public transport system. The NI libraries are saying that they're going to have a better library in Maherfelt and upgrading the one in Mahara. Well, using the public transport system in this town, we're going to end up, or the people that are using it, it's a half-day round trip to go to either of those towns using public transport and back again, and that's just not feasible, in this area.
Well, I think it's an absolute disgrace that they're even considering closing the library. It's real, it's a vindication of the young people of Draperstown and everywhere else that they're closing libraries.
I'd feel very disgusted because if people live in rural areas like Plumbridge, Crannock and Moneymore, and some people have no access to cars and transport, and public transport is very lacking, and at the minute now fuel is going up to $1.40 a litre, and it could end up being going up to $1.60 a litre.
Do you think that that Libraries NI may be using a stick in low numbers to beat Draperstown with, when at the end of the day they set the opening hours?
I think they are using it as an excuse.
There's a possibility that Libraries NI may replace this library with a mobile library. How do you feel about that sort of a move?
I don't think that would work for an area like Draperstown. What are they going to do with a van? They've said there's not enough room in here for the facilities that they need to have, so I don't see how they can make it work with a mobile library. And where would you put it? How long would it be here for? Because if you work, or if you're disabled, or if you're a mother with a pushchair, how are you going to get into a van to find books? And they can't keep taking everything away from these small places just because it may be more cost effective to provide it in an urban area. It can't be right, because everybody pays. They don't say to us, you don't need to pay so much because you haven't got access to a swimming pool or a library or all the other things that people take for granted in towns, bigger towns. And people should fight to keep facilities and services local to where they live, or else rural communities will just die.
And how important is this library to you?
It's very important because I get all my books from this library.
And would you be sad if this library was to go away?
Yeah.
Would it make you very sad?
Yeah.
Do you think this library is a special library?
Yeah.
And why do you think it's special?
Because you can get Irish books out for the school.
And do you like the library?
Yeah.
And what's the best thing about this library?
When Elizabeth reads our stories.
And would you be very sad if you were to lose this library?
Yeah.
And what?
Please say our library.
And what do you use this library for?
We use it for renting books and reading them, and that's all.
And what do you think special about this library?
That we know more. That the books are there, and then we want to know more about stuff, and then the books help us with that.
What do you use the library for?
I use it to do homework in it, and I love to get books out of it and just read them, because like it says in one of the bookmarks that they give you, the more you read, the more you know.
And how would you feel if they took Draperstown Library away?
Well, the town wouldn't be the same without the library, and I would feel very upset.
And what do you think's the best thing about Draperstown Library?
Well, there's good books and everything.
Do you like the library as well?
Yeah.
And how would you feel if they took the library away?
It'd be really terrible. I really love that library.
And what do you think's special about Draperstown Library?
Well, it has a lot of fun books and you can learn a lot from some of the books.
And what do you like about this library?
You get to read books.
And do you think there's anything special about this library?
Don't know.
And how would you feel if they took the library away?
Sad.
Thank you, darling. And what do you think special about Draperstown Library?
Because you get to read all the library books.
And would you be very sad if they took the library away?
Yeah.
Do you like reading books?
Yes.
And what do you think's special about this library?
Because they have a lot of books.
And would you be very sad if they took the library away on you?
Yes.
Would it make you very sad?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, darling. And what age are you, Aoife?
3.
Are you 3?
Yeah. I'm 4.
And what's your name?
John Calvary. He's my big brother. My big brother.
And what do you think's best about this library?
Well, I like Spider-Man.
And do you find Spider-Man books in there?
Nope, just monster books, and I like monster books.
And would you be very sad if they were to close your library?
Yeah.
Would it make you sad if they closed your library? And what do you think's best about the library?
I like dead books.
And do you think it's fun?
Yes.
And do you take books out of the library?
Yes.
And do you think this library's special?
Yes.
What makes it special?
There's all books of fun.
And are you learning to read at school?
Yeah.
And are the books helping?
Yes.
And how would you feel if they were to close that library down and take away all those books?
I